guys, it is Tristan with Nerdut's Newsstand, and the other day I made a video about the media kind of, in a small way, changing. We saw an article that was done at a local college by a young college student talking about JD and about how to get him justice. Just basically breaking everything down, but it was nice to see something from someone, A, so young, and B, a different narrative than what we were seeing for a long time in the mainstream media. Well, now we have another one. And I actually think this one is quite a bit more important because of the way around it. But if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this thing in its entirety. Now, a lot of it is not new information, but it's the fact that there is this investigation. So let's take a look at it. This article was simply nothing. It's just Amber went out and she got some wine. She had a sip of it, so she was totally drunk driving, right? Okay. All right, so let's talk about this. Now, this comes from Gink UK. I'm not sure how to say that, but right here is the website. And this website is definitely very different. Now, it is a lot of different investigations into the people in and around the court system in UK. So we're going to talk about that trial. But there's quite a bit. This is just the beginning. There's a couple more articles that they've done about UK and about how it is Johnny being another victim of this corrupt system. And there's a bunch of them. There's a class action lawsuit in the USA against the UK government. There is old civil cases that show different judges on, I'm not sure exactly their court system compared to ours, but one of the head judge being a fraud. So there's quite a few. So this isn't a new thing over there. But they talk about their last, kind of go at it when they reported that Johnny Depp became the latest to be the victim of this system, and he was actually deprived of fair trial. And there's a couple points of contention I want to talk about. They did an 11-page pre-trial opinion that the court is not persuaded by the defendant's argument that plaintiff had a full and fair opportunity to litigate the UK action. Defendant was not a part of in the UK action and was not treated as one. Now, with that being said, they go over the major parts, one of which we've covered slightly before on this channel and it has been covered by others, and that is the obvious conflict of interest. There was connections between the judge, Andrew Nicole, and Dan Wootton, the Sun journalist who actually called JD a wife beater. The connection was through Judge Nicole's son, Robert Palmer, who worked alongside Wootton at Talk Radio. That's not even a far stretch. That's literally 2 steps to the other person. That is a clear conflict of interest. And why this wasn't actually looked into is showing just exactly how corrupt the UK court system is, and that it doesn't matter as long as, the trial's over and done with, and your appeal doesn't matter. So another one is the counter allegation of evidence was ignored. Now, we've talked about all these pictures. We're going to go through them just slightly again. But if you look at all of the violent attacks that was used with extreme force, none of which actually, and these are from May 27th, 2016, right? The last of the attack, the one that got her the restraining order, right? And obviously this doesn't look like more than just a simple zit, and she messed with it and then took a picture, right? It's clear that there is not a whole lot here, a little bit of redness. And it's ridiculous that this was counted as such a big thing. Now, the mobile phone attack allegation was another one they bring up, claiming that JD used excessive force and made the flat side of the phone. We actually saw this in a photograph. The phone that she said they used was actually in a photograph that was taken afterwards. But this one specifically was at their penthouse, and they had officers arrive on the scene, and they did their part at the UK trial. They did go by Zoom and actually stand trial. Only one, they did dismiss the other, but the police officers at the scene, both DV trained, saw no evidence of injury or damage, inconsistent with obviously AH's evidence. And basically, I believe it was Melissa Sands said, I did not identify her as a victim of domestic violence. Totally thrown away and ignored, because of course it was. Now, another incident they speak of is December 15th, 2015. It was right before she went on the James Corden show. Now, she was on that show looking just fine, no issue whatsoever. And we actually had a Samantha McMillan come up and say that she was in good light and at close range. She was wearing makeup. She could clearly see that she had no visible marks, cuts, bruises, injuries. Another thing that was completely ignored. And if you look at the picture, it doesn't look more than anything like makeup, and they actually do move a little bit. So it's very weird to me. Now, when it comes to the appeal, JD was denied the right to add new evidence, and evidence that could have clearly helped him. Now, we could have gotten the body cam actually in that case showing that Amber had lied multiple times, and it's clear in that actual video. But of course, they don't go for that. So another huge thing that's definitely going to help in the U.S. trial, but that they ignored, was the fact that the $7 million divorce settlement was not and has not been donated to charity. It's a pledge now. Now, that was a big deal in the way that Judge Nicole actually decided upon his ruling. He said, somebody, that was a gold digger wouldn't do and donate everything they got from that divorce to charity. Well, that's because she didn't. She hasn't donated. Well, there was an anonymous donation for $500,000 and then another $500,000 to the UCLA. So she is quite a bit shy of that $7 million mark. Now, all of these things are just the beginning. There is more I want to go through, but in the entire case, Judge Nicole concluded that 12 of the 14 allegations were true without looking at the evidence to the contrary and actually caring to go back through even when the appeal was done. So I will go over, there are, I think, 2 more parts of this. I will go over them in the next upcoming days, so make sure you are subscribed. But it is nice to see an investigative article. We've seen all kinds now. This one is clearly investigating the UK court system, and I think it's really great. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.